Guys, we are live. It is Sunday, October 26th, 2025, MMAOB Daily Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Adam Martin. Big Marcel here to recap UFC 321. Had some audio issues, but we fixed them, Marcel. It was all your fault, dude, but we're here. We're back. So, hey, it's been my fault before, too, so it's all good. No worries. How you doing, man?
Oh, good. I don't even know if it's my fault. I also don't know if it's your fault, man. It's maybe just some EV Mux fuck
I just wanted to play. Yeah, fuck EV Mux, dude.
Yeah.
It's free. That's why we use it. That's because it's free. But,
exactly. I'm doing well, man. I mean, yeah, I'm doing well. How about you?
Not bad. Just glad that we got this figured out. Just trying to tweet the podcast out. It said I tweeted it, but I don't think it worked.
I see it. Yeah,
it did work. Yay! Okay, perfect. Let me just retweet that.
Yeah, you're not completely retarded, so it's okay.
Only sometimes. All right, so let me just retweet. Let me figure out how to do this. Oh, I clicked the button. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're here to recap UFC 321. Let's get some comments. What's up, Joe? Glad to have you here, brother. Eagles won. Antoine, what's up, brother? Glad to have you as well, man. True Shot. What's up, buddy? Couple of sexy mofos. Yeah, I know, all right? Thanks, man. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
Definitely my right side always looks very good on Sundays. Thank you.
Seamus, what's up, man? Glad to have you here, dude. Yeah, so we're glad to be here as always, guys. We look forward to the podcast. Overall, it's been a pretty good weekend for me. So I went to the Blue Jay game on Friday night with our good friend Craig Crowley from the podcast. I mean, he's always here. He might be here tonight. He messaged me earlier. I think he wanted to listen. Yeah. So me and him went. Marcel was awesome. Well worth the money. Obviously, it wasn't cheap, but it was great memory. They ended up winning.
Nice.
I think 11-2. The game we went to, which was awesome. Like bunch of home runs. It was fun. And then last night they got destroyed. So we actually we chose the right game, Marcel. Thank God, because people went yesterday and they saw them get their fucking asses kicked. So
how many do you need to win?
You have to win 4 out of 7. So
okay, and is it possible? You think?
I think so. I mean, especially after that first game, I felt really good about it. And then last night, not so good. But yeah, I mean, dude, we're never going to win 4 in a row against the Dodgers, right? Like the Jays are a good team, but so are the Dodgers. And the team we're playing, Marcel, they won the championship last year, so you know that they're good. Obviously,
I only know Ohtani, but I have no idea.
I mean, he's amazing. He hit a home run in the game we went to, although it was in garbage time. But yeah, I think our team is good. I think we have a chance tomorrow. They're going back to they're already in LA, but they're going to play 3 games starting tomorrow. And yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of the series left. So I mean, it's probably going to go like the full 7 games. I wouldn't be surprised, but I hope we win. Still holding out hope, man. But hey, I'm glad that we got to the end, regardless. What's up, Zach? Glad to have you here. Appreciate you trying to help out, Zach, but we figured it out. No, do it myself. I appreciate you saying that because yeah, I just did it the other day. Yeah, do it myself. I think Marcel does it himself. I can't remember. I think, yeah. Actually, Craig also. I talked to Craig because Craig's like, oh, I cut my hair too, and he does it himself. It's just easier, man. Especially when you get old, like us, Antoine. Like you just don't care anymore, dude.
Bro, I'm just too cheap to give a barber my money while I can do it myself, pretty much. You know what I mean? So
that's the thing. Like before, like when I actually had nice hair when I was a young buck, Marcel, young stud. I used to pay like whatever it was, like $60-$70 for a really good haircut. I mean, quite frankly, but as I've gotten older, I just don't care as much anymore, to be honest with you. But I appreciate the question, Antoine.
I always went to a Chinese barber. It was always like $15.
Yeah. No, those guys are good too. What's up, brother? Glad to have you here. Yeah, no, the card was pretty bad. Do you think it goes to, I think so. I mean, I think so. Like that was most likely, I think, from just based on the both being really good teams that are playing really well. I think it makes sense. All right, let's get into the card, Marcel. UFC 321.
I think Antoine, I think Adam did, but these days he has Manscaped, so he doesn't.
Oh, I didn't see the question. Sorry, Antoine. Yeah. No, I used to have longer hair. I would say not like. I'm just trying to think. Who has the long hair that's a UFC fighter? Like
Clay Guida.
It was never like that, man. It was never like that. But I had the mohawk thing going for a while. I used to look like Chuck Liddell for a little bit. It was awesome, dude. It was awesome. Especially the girls love it, man. So it was good. Zach said it was a ripoff. Yeah, no, it was. It was a bad card. I'll ask these last questions and then we'll get into the recap. It's for October. It's starting to get cold. Now I'm still wearing my shorts, Antoine. I shouldn't be, but I still am. Yeah, I'm trying to look at that. Sean Strickland. There you go. Kind of a little bit, except I'm not as cool as Strickland, and I don't have as crazy takes as he does. and talk so much shit and say it's bad stuff like him. But yeah, all right, let's get into the recap, Marcel.
People should know what you tell me on WhatsApp, dude. So
Now we'll keep that here. Let's get into the
yeah,
recap,
sure.
dude. Let's talk about this card. This card sucked. Major balls. This card was absolute garbage. There was like a few good finishes and like maybe one or two good fights. On paper, I think we said like what? I think I said 7.5.
Yeah,
I can't remember what. Yeah, about that, right? I would say like a 3 out of 10. I mean, is that fair? Is that too low? Like, what do you think?
I would
I'm in the
put that.
dark.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Three.
kicked my light off. Oops. I was so pissed I kicked the light off. Anyways, yeah, 3. Is that fair?
Yeah, 3.5.
What do you guys
So
throw some numbers in the chat too, guys? I want to see what you guys say. 3.
pretty horrible card.
It was bad, dude. Like, and I know for you too. Like, you're writing about it. You know, you have to write about these garbage fights. Like, you're pissed too when these fights go the distance, right? Like, isn't it more writing for you if there's
Yeah,
more?
of course, it's annoying.
Yeah.
It's like you're pretty much doing like a kind of a recap slash play-by-play a little bit as well.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, there's another takedown. But the takedown, but the other fighter is up immediately on their feet. They keep grinding against the cage.
Yeah.
It's so annoying, man, the whole
I
damn
know.
time, you know?
I remember when I worked for Sherdog years ago, I had to do the play-by-play. It was the worst job I ever had in the business. I've had a lot of jobs in this industry. It was like thousands of words. At the end of the day, I was so gassed. I was so tired. And the money wasn't that good either. So it just was one of those things. I took it for the opportunity. I mean, hey, I don't regret it, but it was like the job sucked. And the guy that I worked for there, the boss, was also a dick. So I don't have a problem saying it because I'm never going to work for them again. There were some cool people I worked with, you know, but it was just bad. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But yeah, that job is not easy, Marcel. So I kudos to you. The card just sucked. I mean, there's nothing else to say really. It just stunk. Like it stunk to join up. Main event. We'll start with that and we'll work our way down.
Yeah.
No contest. Second one of all time. Second in a title fight. The other one was Jones and Cormier, which ended with the head kick, right? But then it was overturned because I think he tested positive. Yeah. So eye poke, obviously, early in the fight. I mean, listen, I thought Gane was winning the round, but it was only, 3 or 4 minutes. It doesn't mean that he was going to win the fight, you know? I do think he looked pretty good as a big underdog, especially, but again, it doesn't mean he was going to win the fight. Like, Aspinall could have just knocked him out with one punch. It was possible. I did like what I saw from Gane, though, shrugging off that one takedown attempt. Like, he did it easily. He was landing punches. He obviously bloodied Tom's nose up and then raked him in the eyes, dude. It was a bad eye poke. Tom's at the eye doctor today. Like, you hope that there's no, like, lasting damage. Like, it looks pretty bad right now. Hopefully they can run this fight back. Like, I was hoping, to be honest with you, I'm like, get them to fight in December and let them headline that card, not Marab and Peter Yan. You know, just do 3 title fights. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to save it for the new year. So, what do you think?
I mean, it depends on how severe the injury is on Tom's eye as well. You know, we don't know if he can run it back in December. You know, so yeah. I mean, I pretty much agree with all what you said. You know,
of course you do. I'm smart. That's why you agree. Come on.
Yeah, sometimes definitely on days that end up with a B. So there you're smart. I mean, I agree with you what you said. I mean, Gane was looking good in the fight. I don't really buy that people are saying like, yeah, Tom took the easy way out because he was losing. I mean, when I watched it, like when it was happening without the replay yet, I was like, it didn't look that bad, you know. And then I saw the replay, I was like, yeah, it looks pretty bad. You know? So, and also Tom is not the guy who tries to pull out easy or whatever, you know. I really don't think he is that kind of guy. So. Just sucked overall, you know. I mean, if this happens in a co-main, main card opener, or prelim, nobody bats an eye, you know. Fun bats an eye, but I mean, now it's the main event. There's a big fight. A lot of people were waiting for that fight. It fucking sucks, you know. It feels a little bit the same like when these injuries happen during a main event, you know. But then it was normally as a fight night, actually with Tom as well, with Curtis Blades, remember? But. Yeah, it just sucks, you know, and let's hope that we see a rematch pretty soon. Although, to be really honest, Gane didn't even deserve to be in this title fight, but I'm good with a rematch.
Yeah, I guess so, right? And then we'll talk about the other heavyweight fight that was supposed to be number contender fight. I don't know now, but yeah, it is what it is, guys. I mean, there's not much to say. Like we kind of said everything there was. Yeah, I was kind of joking in the chat that he's looking for the way out, but like it was just a joke. I mean, I don't really think that he would want out of the fight. Like Tom is not that kind of guy. I don't think. I don't think the fight was going great for him, you know. But again, it was only 4 minutes. I just checked 4 minutes 35 seconds. It would have been 10-9 Gane, I believe. I think it would have been.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean he would have lost the fight. Like there were still 4 more rounds to go. But I would hope in the rematch, if there is, I hope he goes to wrestling earlier. I know the takedown got shrugged off, but
Mhm.
he keeps talking about this boxing thing and he wants to go boxing. And his dad's like, he wants to quit UFC and do boxing. Like, it looked like he fell in love with his hands a little bit too much. And we've talked about this before with other fighters, man. They're really good at grappling and then they start boxing more. It's just dumb. So I hope he, I get it. He wants to set the shots up, but like his striking to me, dude, I think if he goes to pro boxing, he gets destroyed by the top heavyweights. Like, I don't think he's there. I really don't.
Uh, to be fair, almost every heavyweight
I
that goes to
agree.
pro boxing for MMA will get
Oh,
destroyed.
even Gane, who I think
Yeah.
has pretty good boxing, but I think he get destroyed. The only guy who ever did okay was Francis against Fury, and then he fought Joshua and got destroyed. So
Yeah.
I just think
And
he should stay in MMA. He should stay in MMA, pay him some more money, and keep him there. That's all.
And I still have my theory that in the fight with Fury, that Tyson actually underestimated Ngannou, I think, and he was like, "This is going to be easy." And I still think Ngannou did well. And I was sure, I said to you as well, Joshua's going to beat him, because Joshua is not going to learn from that Fury fight, and you saw he was super sharp in that fight, So
I agree.
Yeah.
Apparently DraftKings has a line. It's minus 166 Aspinall, plus 140 Gane. So it was like, I think he closed at like minus 350 or something. So it's down almost 200 cents, Marcel.
Gane was doing well.
Yeah, I think that kind of makes. I mean, it might even be too low at this point. But I'll be honest with you, like, I might switch my pick, dude. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. We'll see. We have time. We don't have to make a pick right now. And again, we have to see how bad the eye is. Like, it didn't look good in the video he posted today on his, I think it was YouTube. He had his whole video with the eye doctor and stuff. Like, the doctor said he couldn't fight, right? Like the one he talked to today. He's like, no, you shouldn't fight. Because Dana White, he was kind of being a dick at the press conference. I don't know if you watched it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
He's like, Tom chose not to continue. It's like, dude, he couldn't see. You know what I mean? I don't like the phrasing. I get it. He was pissed. Dana was fucking pissed, obviously. The card was shit. And the main event ended it with an eye poke. So I get it. Anyways, it was weird, man. It was a bad ending to a bad card. Let's talk about the next. We'll get past this fight now. There's nothing else to say, unfortunately. I mean, the last thing is they're doing a rematch. Like, that's for sure. There's no way that like Pereira or someone else sneaks in, right? There's just no. Yeah,
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. That'd be stupid. All right, let's go to the next fight here. Mackenzie Dern becomes the new UFC Women's Strawweight Champion. Marcel, unanimous decision win over Virna Jandiroba, not Jandiroba, which I know pisses our friend Drake Riggs off, and also you.
Yeah.
This fight was pretty close, I would say. Actually, what's interesting? We both picked Jan. We were wrong, obviously, but interesting. If it was 3 rounds, she would have won a split decision. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, I saw
look at the scorecards. I had the same scorecard as Mike Bell, which was 48-47, and then the rounds were the same. I think the first round, it was weird because 2 judges gave it to Virna, but I thought Dern won the first round. I think you did too. I think we had the same scorecard, I would think, right?
I had 3-2, but
I thought
it could be either way, to be really honest. I wasn't
or 4-1, you mean? Or
no, definitely not 4-1. There were a lot of people who had it 4-1. No. I had 3-2 either way.
Yeah.
So
I think
for me, like,
I think you could. I think it was close, but I think that Dern won. I think it was the right call for sure.
No problem with the decision. Yeah.
To me, like, I know I'm looking at the stats right now. Like, Jandiroba did have more takedowns at control time, but like I think that Dern landed the more impactful shots, and I have to be consistent, right? Like, there was another fight coming up. We'll talk about in a minute here, Marcel, where the damage outweighed the control time. But yeah, I think if it was 3 rounds, Virna would have won. But I think that maybe looking back at it now, like the 5 rounds, maybe we should have thought about that a little bit more, just to say, because Virna does get a little tired in the later rounds. She lost the last 2 rounds on all 3 scorecards, and on mine too. So, if it was 3-round fight, we would have been the right pick. We would have got the upset, but it wasn't. It was 5 rounds, and she ended up losing.
Okay. Can I say something?
Of course, yeah.
Most who cares title fight.
Dude, I was so bored watching this fight, guys. I hate to say it because like I don't have anything against these girls, but like
no, I mean it's same.
I found the fight boring, honestly. And Dana White's like, "Oh, it was a great fight. It was an amazing fight." I'm like, "What is he talking about?"
I'm not championship level, in my opinion. It was.
I hate to say it. Listen, I have no issue with Dern. I mean, I like her.
Me too. I
think she's one of the worst champions right now. Like I would think, right? Like she's been beaten by like half the top 10. It's crazy, dude.
To be really honest, the number 1 contender behind her, I would pick her any day over Mackenzie. To be really honest.
We'll talk about that in a second. I'm looking at Dern. Like she's lost to Lemos, she's lost to Andrade, she's lost to Jan, she lost to Marina Rodriguez. I get fighters can get better, but within the last couple of years, she's lost to some of these girls, right? I think she still loses to a lot of the girls. I think Suarez is kind of an interesting matchup just because they're both grapplers. And I think Suarez looked like absolute major ass in her last fight. To be honest with you, dude.
I agree. I fully agree with you. But the thing is with that one, she looked good in the first round against Zhang. Then she completely got dominated by Zhang, either standing and on the ground.
Yeah.
I think she was like in the last fight, like I have to win. However, and there was
she just gassed so hard though. Remember, like Lemos hurt her bad.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question: who would win in a rematch, Lemos or Dern in a rematch?
Lemos or Dern, you ask? I would still pick Lemos probably.
I probably would too. And I actually think it's weird because it's matchup dependent, right? But I think Suarez. I think Suarez will be favored over Dern too. But I'm more iffy about that one just because she's gonna get tired. And Dern has really good cardio. Lemos, I know again, not the best cardio, but I think it matches up. But here's the one I was talking about today. I don't know if you saw my tweet earlier.
I saw that. I disagree, but I saw that.
Okay, so I'll talk to the people. Rosenam and Eunice, guys. Rosenam and Eunice. Rose is coming off a win against Miranda Maverick. She's won 3 of her last 4 fights. Obviously, she's the former champion. She has no chance to win the flyweight title. She's just not as good as Valentina, okay? And she's not big enough, I don't think, to beat those girls too. I know Weili Zhang, obviously, she beat her twice, but that was a different weight class. But again, she does have 2 wins over Weili. And I think at strawweight, she's one of the best in the world. So I think that's a very good chance that could happen. I know that you think I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. I think it's going to happen. I don't think they're giving Suarez a title shot, dude. Not after the last fight.
Absolutely not going to do that, dude. I mean,
why would they give it to Suarez, dude? After one bad win.
Think about it. They're happy that Mackenzie Dern is champion.
They love it, but I think that they look at Rose as a more winnable fight, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think so.
I don't think Rose is a more winnable fight, to be honest.
Do you think Suarez is an easier fight than?
I think Rose has cardio for 5 rounds. She is good on the feet, and she is good on the ground. So maybe not as a BJJ specialist as Mackenzie, but she's much more complete. But I don't see Rose going back to 115. She also said she doesn't want to make 115 again. So
we'll see. But I thought about it today, and then I looked it up on Google, and Dern has been calling her out for the last 3 years. She's asked for this fight for several years now, so she wants the fight too. I just find it interesting. I just don't have any interest in Suarez fighting for the belt after the last fight, personally. I don't
understand, but she deserves it the most of everybody who is around.
She just lost the belt 2 fights ago, though, and she looked bad.
I know she looked bad, but I mean, fucking Ciryl Gane got a title shot by looking bad and winning, and he looked good in the first round.
Okay, do you agree with me on this? This division's really bad right now. Do you agree with me on that?
I mean, 125 is much better.
I agree. It's the only good one right now. Because 135 also
135 stinks as well. Yeah.
What's up, Sign Collectibles? Glad to have you. Listen, we're not women's MMA haters here, but it's we're just telling the truth. These divisions are not good. UFC heavyweight division is worse, I would say.
Bro, we are listen, we talk some shit, but we are pretty respectful over the women's division if I see other channels talking about the women's division. So
they ask them to be cut all the time. I see people say it. Listen, I don't want them getting cut. I mean, anyways, the point is, for me, the UFC's they've been praying for Dern to win this fight. They did everything they could, and give me some credit here. I've been talking about her getting a title shot for a few years now, and you were like, "Oh man, no, they'll never give it to her." And they found a path to give it to her, dude. You know,
let's be honest. Did she deserve it?
Nah,
not
probably
really.
not. But because of just the way the division shook out with Lemos losing her last fight, because really she should have been fighting for the belt, but she lost to Suarez. And then Suarez getting dominated by Weili Zhang because she should have fought for the belt. That should have been the vacant title fight, if anything.
Bro, Dana fully ejaculated under the table when she got the win, dude. I mean, it's pretty.
So
obvious.
did you, though. To be fair.
No, I don't give a shit. I really don't care. If she deserves to win, she deserves to win. If she doesn't deserve, she don't. So I don't mind.
Anyways, I think she's one of the most beatable, probably the most beatable champion right now, in my opinion. I think would they ever do a rematch between her and Andrade? I don't think they would. They would keep Andrade away from her, right?
I don't think the UFC wants Andrade as a champion. So
that plus, I think she would knock her out again.
Yeah, and Andrade just lost to.
They're not doing it. Someone mentioned this to me, but I'm like, no, they're not doing. They're going to keep her far away. We'll see what happens. I think we've talked enough about this fight, anyways. Let's go to the next fight here. Umar Nurmagomedov defeats Mario Batista. Unanimous decision, 327 times 3. He definitely won the fight. Second round was sketch. He got caught with that massive, it was a knee, I think, right? Or a kick.
Yeah.
Brutal. Dropped and survived. And then, controlled most of the rest of the round. Here's the difference between this and the other fight, because a lot of people were like, why did Mario lose when Volkov won? excuse me. The difference is Umar was like working in this fight. Like he was working to advanced position. He was going to dominant positions. He was throwing strikes in the ground. That's the big difference. Like I think that's night and day to me. So I don't think you can compare the two fights. I don't think it was an amazing fight. I think if anything, like it's kind of what I expected to happen. I thought that Mario would be tough enough to survive and Umar would win. He got 11 takedowns. It's exactly what we expected. Like, he was also really tired at the end of the fight. I don't know if you heard his post-fight interview. He couldn't even talk, dude. Like, does this fight, the performance, because I think he's going to be the next in line for
Jan and for a title shot.
Rob. Yeah, you think so? Okay.
Yeah.
He was the favorite the first time. Would you favor him in the rematch against Merab?
The thing is, the only guy Merab really struggled with was Umar, and that was in the first 2 rounds, and then Umar kind of gassed.
And he broke his hand, right? And that led to the gas.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna mention that. But I mean, the thing is, like, Umar has the quality to beat Merab, if you look at the first 2 rounds. But the gas tank, if the gas tank is not better, the same thing will happen because Merab doesn't stop. You know what I mean? So but if you look at every fight Merab fought for the championship, only Umar really had him.
Yeah, I agree.
Somewhere,
I do kind of feel like Merab should be. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think Umar probably will be the favorite now that I think about it because he's in Nurmagomedov. He always is a favorite. But I think that Merab, is proving he's the best in the world.
I agree with you.
So it's an interesting fight. I do think the rematch will be interesting. I'm fine with it. Again, he's got to get past Jan, but he's gonna. I think he's a pretty decent favorite in that fight, and he should win that fight. Second round, did you give it to Umar, or did you think Mario would get it with that knockdown?
Umar would get it, but I was like, if you get big on damage and strikes and that kind of stuff, you also can give it to Mario. But the thing is, that was just one, but it was significant,
You know what's funny though? It's like that happened in like the first 10 seconds, right? If that happens in the last 10 seconds, I think that you give it to Mario. Which is weird, right? But because people kind of forget what happened at the beginning of the round, I think either way you could have given either guy the round. But Umar won the fight and probably gets the title shot.
Is that screech on your background?
The kids are running around. I apologize for that, man. Okay. I'm so sorry, dude. I don't know if you guys can hear. I apologize for that.
I thought you were making.
I can't do much. No, these kids are running around and my door's locked, but they had a bath. So sorry about that, guys. Is Mackenzie the finest female champ? Yeah, fuck yeah. I would think, right? I think so. Wouldn't you say?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Finest women's MMA champion of all time? Like finest? Hottest?
Yeah, could be. I'm thinking about if there was anybody else who I like. I mean, Rose with hair was also pretty cute.
I don't know.
A difficult question, dude. I mean, difficult question.
Yeah. All right. Do you think Boomer stays at bantamweight?
Let's say she's up there.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe I would think. I don't know. Andrade. Yeah, you forgot Andrade works. So there you go. Yeah, to me it's Dern for sure. I mean, to me it's not a question. All right, let's go to the next fight here. This is kind of where the card really took a downturn, I think. Not that it was great before that, but this is the fight that sucked the wind out of the building. This is the Freddie Vidal fight, Marcel, where he's taking the joint up. Thank you. Dude, this fight was fucking garbage. Alexander Volkov, I picked him, Marcel. I'm glad I picked him. He won the fight on damage. Because Shelton did shit. He did nothing, dude. He did nothing. And I saw Dana was very pleased, apparently. He was very pleased with the judges. Dude, the UFC would have been pissed if Almeida won because they would have had to give him the title shot after this. Like, oh my God. Bro, this is the definition of lay and pray. The guy did nothing. He just sat in guard, did nothing. It was horrible. First round, getting the takedowns, Volkov reversed him, starts doing damage. I thought he might finish him, actually, to be honest, in the first round, but Volkov won the round back. Second round, Jailton won just because Volkov couldn't get off his back and land any strikes, even from his back. And then third round, it was close, but I really think if you look at it, it's an MMA fight. It's not just grappling. Even in grappling, you can't just lie there. I think the knees in the clinch at the beginning of the round, I think those scored some points. And also Volkov landed some punches and elbows off his back. And it was enough to win the fight. I think he definitely deserved it, but it was a really, really bad fight. And I don't think, he should be, I don't even know if he gets a title shot. They were Shawnee Mack, the guy from Full Send, was like, do you think you should get the title shot? He's like, I don't know. I don't think they're going to do that. So I don't know what they're going to do with him next. Do they do a rematch with Derek Lewis maybe? Would that be an option?
God.
Maybe though. Because like, what else are they gonna do? What are they gonna do
Derek
then?
goes out of the top 5, please.
What else are they gonna do?
Let's talk about this.
Delia?
Let's talk about this fight
Anti-Delia?
first. Let's talk about this
Sure.
fight first before we're gonna break down who he's gonna fight next.
All right, go on.
Yeah, this fight, it fucking sucked to watch. I think Jolton Almeida had 37 strikes, wherefrom 9 significant in 3 rounds.
24-7. 24-7.
Where it's like fucking.
Sorry, 9 strikes. Sorry, 7 takedowns. My apologies. Yeah, you're right.
It's like fucking dominating pretty much on the ground when he had him on the ground, and he didn't do shit with it. I was like, dude, even if you do these petty punches, you probably win the round, but he didn't do that. And Volkov was landing more from off his back than Almeida did from up, and I was like, dude, you're gonna lose the fucking fight because of this, because I'm sure at least one, but maybe 2 judges are going to go there for Volkov in this 3rd round because of these knees early on in the round. And they did. So he cannot complain about anything about this, in my opinion. No. I think he just shit the bed there. And I think Volkov probably has to fight the winner of Anti-Delia against Waldo Cortes. That's what I think.
See that.
Yeah,
I could see that. I mean, I think it's very possible.
Get out of here with your Lewis, man. God's sake.
But here's the thing: like, he's won 5 of his last 6, and I thought he beat Ciryl Gane too. Volkov, I thought he won that fight too. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like, they obviously but here's the thing: if Delia wins, that Tom's going to give up the belt because he doesn't want to fight his boy. That's also an issue. Yeah. It's just a big dude. Just cut the. Can we just say this? Get rid of this fucking terrible division.
They will never get rid of heavyweight.
Because Mick loves it. That's why. Yeah. And I'm looking at the comments. What's up, Dan? He says a couple strikes about. He's right.
Yeah. Of course.
As sad as it sounds, he's probably right. I also think it looks really bad to the judges when like Mark Goddard's standing you up for like inactivity, and then you immediately shoot another naked takedown and do nothing with it. Like, it looks really bad, dude.
I was laughing so hard. My God, it happened twice. He stood him up, and 2 seconds later, he was on the ground again. I was like,
Goddard was pissed too. Goddard might have had a ticket on Volkov like us. So, or I
was like, Goddard might be the man who makes sure that Almeida gets a win, actually, because if he does more and more takedowns, it looks like he's busy. You know what I mean?
Look at the comments. Sign Collectible says that he should do Sergey and Almeida so he can get knocked out. Maybe. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, Sergey is also possible, of course. Yeah.
Not for Volkov though. For Almeida, because Volkov already beat Sergey last year.
Then he got the slap. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think it's probably best that there was no contest because I don't think Volkov, should have got the title shot after that performance. Even though I thought he won, it wasn't like a good performance by him. Here's the problem: he still has bad takedown defense, right?
Yeah.
Like someone said, Curtis Blades rematch. Like, maybe. I mean, they did fight like 5 years ago, and Blades just took him down and controlled him. But Blades also, I know he's coming off that win over Rizvan, but it was such a bad fight, dude. I don't know, guys, if I would do that. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Your camera's gone. I can't see you anymore. I don't know if you know that. I can't see your pretty face. There you are. You're back. All right, enough of this horrible fight. Let's go to the opening main card bout. A knockout here. Aspinall Mirzakhanov, like a jab, weird punch that knocked out Rakic, whose chin is completely gone, dude.
Rakic thought it was a headbutt, right?
I think so. You know what? I thought Rakic looked pretty good early on, but he got caught with that punch, and his chin is gone, dude. His chin is gone. And
Ciryl.
Yeah, like, I just wonder, like, is he cutting too much weight? Because he's a big dude. I don't know how he makes light heavyweight. Maybe he should try heavyweight. Maybe that's Alexander Rakic is going to save the heavyweight division, Marcel. Funny enough. Good for Mirzakhanov, though. Nice pick here, obviously. It's funny. You picked him as the favorite, but he closed as an underdog. He was plus 100 at the end. So I'll give you half a point. You don't get it in our pick sheet, but you get half a point from my heart, bro. Yeah, I mean, like, good for him. He's won 6 straight fights. No bonus? Fucking cheap bastards, dude.
Yeah, you saw
an extra bonus?
You saw Ruby on Twitter?
What did he say?
He said Azamat got robbed from a bonus.
He did. I think they could have used. There was only 3 finishes. Give them all a bonus. Like, why not?
Maybe they're still mad because of the missed the testing twice. Maybe that's why they don't give him it. But stop fucking bullshit, man. Listen, if he wins and it's a spectacular win, could be a bonus. And I thought they would go with 3 performance bonuses, but they went with 2 performance bonuses in the final night.
I guess in a way it's better that they didn't put the extra $50K in their pocket, to be honest with you, now that I think about it. What's next for him? I was thinking we'll see what happens at light heavyweight, but like, I think Alberg should get the shot, personally. Yuri and Mirzakhanov, that's a fun fight, right?
I was honestly thinking about the winner of Jan Blachowicz against Bogdan Guskov.
Where's he ranked now though? Because he just beat Rockich. Who was what was Rockich ranked? I gotta check.
6'7". I'm not sure. You should check. I have no idea.
You know what? He could also fight. Let me see. So Rockich was okay. He was 7. Yeah, good call. So Hill's hurt. Merzhakov's going to take. Okay, so Bogdan. Yeah, you're right. Jan is ranked number 4. I didn't realize Jan was still 4. Okay, that would make sense. He could fight Roundtree. That would be interesting. I mean, fuck. He could fight Magomed and Kalev, right? He could.
Yeah, but I like the Roundtree fight. Let's do the Roundtree.
I like it too, actually. Now that I think about it, I know you're picking Merzhakov because you hate Roundtree, so we know that. You know you're picking him, dude. You're like, yeah. You pick Merzhakov every fight.
Yeah, I did so far. Yeah.
Look at this, the 6'7". I keep hearing this. All the kids talk about this, man. We're old, so Marcel might get the joke. I don't know, but
no, I don't.
Yeah, it's like a meme going around. Pick Volkov to take another fight here.
You gotta explain it when you bring it up.
Someone explain the meme. Someone in the comments explain the meme. I think it's like a song. Is it like a Little Wayne song or something? 6'7". Someone explain the meme for. Explain like I'm 5, but explain like I'm 37 years old. Marcel's 36. So someone explain that. But yeah, I think Ozyman and Khalil is a fun fight. It's a big win for him because he won 6 straight fights. And Dana's like, yeah, he's an interesting guy, and they don't give him a bonus. So of course Ruby's fucking pissed, right?
Dana probably don't even know who he is unless he sees him in front of him, you know.
Dana was there. Who else did Mick go to the? Was Mick there?
I think I saw Mick cage side. Yeah, I also saw Hunter.
Was Hunter? Yeah, Hunter's at every fight. I mean, there's no way that guy's like married and has kids. There's just no way. He's at every fight every weekend. Yeah. It's a good life. I don't blame him. It's a shit post. They're saying, okay, so let's go. Volkov's like 6'7", but he looks really big. I don't know. He like grew. He's like Victor Wembanyama. He's growing still. I don't know how it's possible. Dude by Skrilla. Okay, there it is. Like 6'7". Yeah. All right. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Let's go to the next fight here. We had maybe the knockout of the year. I mean, it's possible. It's up there, dude. Quillen Salkeld, my guy, who I've been loving since his amazing fight in Contender Series with Gage Young, which you shitted on, and you've been hating on this guy since then, Marcel. And I finally get a chance to talk some shit here and talk about how much I love this guy.
He's your guy, but you cannot even say his name correctly.
Quillen Salkeld, isn't that how you say it?
Quillen Salkeld.
You know what? Dana called him Quinlan.
Yeah, Quinlan. Yeah, he said he said like bonuses, decline fight, and performance bonuses Walker and Quinlan.
Like Josh Quinlan, like the UFC fighter. Dude, incredible. I mean, I didn't expect the knockout, to be fair. I thought he'd win it. I thought he was wrestling, but this is good to see. You know, we have a new prospect.
But he tried. He tried to take him down, but he got it didn't work. And out of nowhere, man, he threw that right head kick. Crazy. One of the most clean knockouts I've seen for a long time.
Yeah. I thought Nasrat died. I honestly did. I hate to say it, but I was scared.
Yeah, and Nasrat is one of the nicest guys.
I know.
So I felt bad for him, but
I know.
Performance by Quinlan, I want to say by Salkeld.
I'm glad Nasrat's okay because I mean, guys, this is such a dangerous sport. Like, people have died in MMA. You know, in boxing, it could happen. Any card, this could happen where someone just doesn't wake up. They were like, yeah, he's still unconscious. It was like 5 minutes later, he's still unconscious, Marcel. Quinlan. Quinlan's looking over. He's like, oh, shit. Like, I did this. Like, incredible knockout.
First he was like this, like, you know.
And he's like not waking up. He's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Does he get a ranked opponent off this? He might, right? Like,
the thing is, like, it's possible, but at the same time, he's still young. They can still build him, you know? And I think, like, you know what I would love to see him? Sure. I would love to see him fight Jared Gordon. I know Jared Gordon recently lost to Garcia. I know he didn't win against...
he had the knee injury, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, it was a close fight. But if Jared is recovered and he can fight in Sydney, why not? You know, this is the veteran guy. You can fight. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe Drew Dober.
Yeah, Dober's a fun fight. I wouldn't mind Dober because, like, man, if he could crack Dober's chin, that would be big too. But the truth is, like, Hackprest is pretty, like, I know he's not ranked, but he's pretty up there. He's like top 25, I would think, right? Like, he's a good fighter. He's like one of the guys that's just out.
Maybe they could do top 20. Yeah.
Maybe Quinlan. God, fuck Dana, man, for saying that. Maybe they could do Quillen and like King Green potentially. Like, that's another one. Someone that's like just outside the rankings. The winner of Barboza versus Jalen Turner, they could do that. That would be interesting too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of fights. Someone said Weston Wilson. No. Someone say Makano. I don't mind that either, especially Makano turning down all these fights now. It's so annoying.
Makano doesn't accept it probably.
He's going to turn it down. He just wants to fight ranked guys. But yeah. I'm with you guys though. I mean, that was a scary knockout. A lot of people were scared in the comments. They said they were scared, and I was too. Hoofy would be fun, but I feel like they're going to try building that dude up again. All those guys from that camp. We'll see. I mean, I think Marcel, they're going to push him up, but you're right. He's still young, you know. But I will say, like, I don't think anyone expected him to knock him out. And I wonder what the odds
No.
were. I'm sure they were crazy. Baja Mondays would be interesting too, because I don't think he looked great against Fiziev, but he's still like I think he's ranked, or maybe he's not ranked, but he's up there.
Yeah.
On Mondays, yeah. All right. Anyways, amazing knockout. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, I thought they could have did 3 bonuses and then giving him 100,000 for this knockout. Like,
one of the highlights of the card, actually, the knockout.
Is it the knockout of the year, or is it's top 5 for sure? I mean,
the problem is we can say yes, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot that one. So let's say top 5 for sure.
Yeah. That's the thing. I said it, right? And then someone was like, what about King Green and Hoofy? And I'm like, okay, that was a good one too. But I don't know. There's something about this knockout that it was just like so brutal, dude. And the way that he fell over. Like,
I love it when somebody kicks somebody and somebody goes down and he's walking away. You know, that makes it even better.
So clean. Frivola, don't do that to Frivola, Garrett. Come on, brother. All those guys, like I feel like he's going to get someone decent. I think someone mentioned Rafa Garcia too. Yeah, I mean that's potentially, but I also feel like Rafa's a kind of a weird matchup too. I don't know if that makes sense to you, like in that he's got the kind of gritty, grinding style that could make it like. Maybe potentially fraud check this guy, because I think at some point he might get fraud checked. You know, Mark, I know you hate the word, but for me, like this was just a really, really good finish. All right, next fight here. This is also a bad fight. Ikram defeats Jungwon Park, the Iron Turtle, by decision. I thought this fight was pretty bad. Like Ikram was gassed, but still somehow got takedowns. And Park was gassed, which he never really is. And bad fight, dude. I just thought this fight sucked. Like I was pretty confident Ikram, he won. But it wasn't like impressive to me. I don't know what you thought.
It was a real ugly fight to watch.
It really was, man.
It was like a pretty clear win for Ikram. And Ikram knew when he got it to the ground, he parked barely had any resistance besides not getting choked. But yeah, I mean, Ikram clearly won the fight, but it was not very fun to watch.
He's not top 15 right now, and I don't think is he even close. Like again, Gregory Rodriguez, I don't think is ranked, right?
No.
To me, he's like a guy that's super dangerous. Who would win right now, G-Rod or Ikram? Who would you pick?
Probably Rodriguez, because he also has a good ground game. But maybe let's fight the winner of that one against Rodriguez Kopilov. You know, that's possible.
I know, Antoine. He's like So Marcel's also 6'3". We be point guards, but like we be like the big chubby point guards, man. We wouldn't be pretty well because we wouldn't stop the guy running back. Volkov, you know what's funny? Kristaps Porzingis is? You know who that is, Marcel? Kristaps Porzingis, NBA player. He wants to fight in UFC. He's like 7'3", I think. He's on Antoine's team, the Atlanta Hawks. Why can't I call him G-Rod? What's wrong with that? Isn't that? I mean, I know it's RoboCop, but isn't G-Rod a cool name? I think I like it.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
But, I love it.
Maybe think about G-string. I don't know, but
G-Unit. I know you love that.
G-Unit.
Our boy Lazy Bed's back. What's up, brother? Ikram versus Delizia, I guess. Yeah, he used to be on the Knicks. He's on the Hawks. That's Antoine's team, the Atlanta Hawks. Used to be in Boston Celtics too, and Dallas Mavericks and Washington Wizards. I think he's been everywhere. This guy. Anyways, Marcel. The point is, he's 7'3". He wants to fight in MMA, but it's like, dude, why would you go for making like $30 million in the NBA? I think he makes like $30 million to fight in fucking the UFC for like 10 and 10. He's gonna be a contender series going for 10 and 10.
Let's go another Rebellis.
Rebellis, yeah, I know, pretty much. Wemby's also 7. I think he's 7'5". I think he grew 2 inches, which is insane. This kid. All right, next fight here. Fight of the night. Ludovic Klein defeats Mateusz Rebecki. The majority decision, which was interesting. Fun fight. I have no problem with it being fight of the night. I feel like they were waiting for the main event and they would have did 4 performance. That's what I was guessing. And I feel like what's his name? These guys, both of them, really should be thanking that Gane for the eye poke, because they probably wouldn't have got the bonus. I think they would have did 4 performance. I think myself. Fun fight though. Obviously, Rebecki's always in amazing fights. I mean, how many fight of the nights has he won now? 3 straight fight of the nights. Wow. So I know he's lost 3 of his last 4 fights, but if you're winning a bonus every fight, the UFC is going to love you and the fans are going to love you. Mm-hmm. Definitely came back too soon from the last fight. There's no doubt. First 2 rounds, Ludovic Klein clearly won. Way cleaner striker. But again, Marcel, 3rd round, Rumbeski, unlimited cardio, this guy, which is crazy because the Diego Ferreira fight, he gassed hard. But since then, he gets better in his fights. It's crazy. Dude, Klein really got tired. He got hurt. Also, he couldn't stand up. Rumbeski's pouring it on. 2 of the judges gave it 10-8. I thought it was 10-8. I had it to draw. I'm okay with you giving it 10-9. I'm okay with it, but I thought it was enough for 10-8 personally. The funny thing is, though, again, if he had stood up and be like, hey, stand up, He couldn't have stood, and he would have won by TKO, which is crazy to think about, eh?
You know what's the funny thing? Rabatsky clearly won the round, but the most damaging shot came from Klein with the elbow
or
on the
something.
round.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bloodied him up for sure.
So, and yeah, I can see you can score 10-8. For me, I said it was like a real big 10-9 in my opinion. I went 3 times 10-9 to the first 2 rounds for Klein and the third round for Rabatsky.
But you don't hate the 10-8 either, the third round.
No. But I hate the 10-8 in the second round.
I hate it. That's the segue I was going to ask you. Dude,
that's bad.
Sketchy, right? It's almost kind of sketch. Like I'll be honest, I thought the scorecards were tabulated wrong. I was asking Aaron Bronster, I was like, did they score? Did they?
Yeah, 28-27 was weird, right?
And then you obviously follow UFC news on Twitter. Yeah. They didn't post it for like 5 more minutes, and I'm like, something's wrong here. Like they must have did it wrong. It might have been another Demetrius Johnson, Ian McCall situation. Any of you OGs out there where they scored the fight wrong and had to do the rematch after, because it was supposed to go to a 4th round. Marcel, you know that, right?
I always say to people like, Demetrius Johnson is the biggest, most the dominant flyweight champion ever. But he should have never been in that first title fight.
It's funny, right? I thought Ian McCall won that fight. I'll be honest, the first one. Obviously, the rematch he lost, but yeah, it was that 10-8 in the second round sketch. Ben Carledge is the judge. He's been a judge for a long time. I think he's an okay judge. This scorecard makes no sense, and some people are like really using some like weird logic to get to stretch to a 10-8 saying, well, he rocked him multiple times. Rocked him? He never dropped him once, dude. You can't give 10-8s really to a guy who doesn't like get knocked down if it's like a standing fight, like unless it's like, pouring on damage. But yeah, it was a 10-9, clear 10-9 round, but never a 10-8. Never a 10-8. Never a 10-8. And the third round's like a borderline 10-8, But that second round, that's sketchy, dude. 28-27. I know you were like, what the fuck when you heard that scorecard, right?
Yeah, but I knew immediately that when I heard the scorecard that Klein won.
I thought so. I knew too, yeah, because they said the way they said it, yeah. I don't know. It was weird. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, listen, it was a great fight though, for sure. It was fun. It was one of the only good highlights on the card, I would say, right, Marcel?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the next fight here. We had the heavyweights. Walter Walker gets another heel hook. 4 straight heel hooks, dude, over your boy Louis Sutherland.
By the way, we have to also talk about the fight that dropped off with Mateus Camilo against Abdul Karim El Salwadi.
Sure.
I'm hearing Mateus is booked already, but he has a fight next, but there's no opponent yet.
It sucked. It fell off at the last minute, basically. I think you broke the news, right? I think. If I'm
yeah, I did. But
sucked.
Yeah. El Salwadi, I don't know what was our personal reasons, no idea.
Yeah, what does that even mean? Like, did someone die in his family or something, or he just had a panic attack? Like, you don't even know, right? I didn't want to speculate, to be honest with you, but it sucks that sucks the fight got canceled. It would have been interesting, but anyways, Walter Walker, another heel hook, man, and then he calls out the chocolate Peppa Pig. I wanted to fight the Peppa Pig, and you're like, what the fuck is Peppa Pig? I watch it all the time with my kid.
I know what it is. No, He didn't call him out. He didn't call the Peppa Pig out. He called out Hamdi, but he called Chris Barnett Peppa Pig.
Sorry, my bad. He called out Hamdi for beating up Peppa Pig. Yeah, for sure. Dude, I mean, apparently Hamdi broke his hand. That's what happened now. So you saw that?
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, even with
I know you didn't want to see that fight anyways.
So, no, I mean, listen, the thing is, Walter Walker should now be fighting higher up in the weight class.
He should get a ranked opponent, I would think, right? Don't you think?
But I don't think with a lot of guys he cannot do what he does with these guys. I think he can do it with some guys.
Yeah, he's fighting low-level guys, man, and he did lose to Lucas Dreschke, which is such a bad loss.
Crazy if you think about it, actually.
But you know what? I will say this: like that was last year. Holy shit! But he's fought 4 times since then. Walter's still young in his career. He's 27. He's a very young heavyweight, dude. He's one of the only good prospects. That's why I kind of feel like they're building him slow, I got to be honest, though, when they announced this fight, I felt so bad for Louis because I'm like, he's going to lose. Like, he's going to lose this fight. Like, I thought he would have beat Justin Tafa easily. And then he has to fight this guy. I think they might give him another unranked guy, like a Kennedy Ncheku or something like that. Someone, unranked. I don't think he's fought him, right? Oh, wait, no, Walter already did. Sorry.
Yeah,
my bad. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Who's an unranked guy then? That's like.
Yeah, give him Hamdi then, or give him Usman.
Well, Hamdi's hurt. Muhammad Usman, yeah. Oh, yeah, because he tested positive. So he's not gonna. That's the rumor. That's the rumor.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
Is he a top 10 heavyweight, Antoine? He might be just because this division is so bad. Like, would they do Tai Tuivasa and Walter Walker? Would they do it?
Yeah, why not? I mean,
I know, right? Why not? Really, when you think about it.
Thomas Peterson.
Oh, that other guy, Vitor Petrino, someone like that, you know?
Yeah, or Shamil Gaziev, the winner of Gaziev of Spivak, or the loser.
There's just such a dearth of like contenders and prospects in this division that it's like I know I'm using big words here, Marcel.
Dude. I know what I want to see. I want to see Fulton Walker against Derek Lewis. That's what I want to see. So there is a possibility he gets knocked out or he takes Lewis' foot home, you know?
I wouldn't mind if they fucking signed you, dude, and got you in the UFC. I think you could fight these guys sometimes, you know?
I don't want to have my leg ripped off, dude, by Fulton Walker.
He's so crazy with this heel hook, though.
Oh.
All right, let's go to the next fight here. We had I would think a robbery. I don't know. You're gonna say it's close, right? This fight, Daniel Wood defeats.
I think Delgado clearly won that fight.
Dude, I think he got robbed. I really do, guys. I'm just gonna say it. I think he clearly won 2 rounds. Like,
I agree.
How did you score it? The first 2 rounds for him?
Definitely the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, clear. You know, clear. Like, 3rd round, I think Wood probably won it personally.
Denzel, you're sick, dude. I don't want to see that.
Dude, no, that's funny. First round, I mean, Delgado looked incredible, dude. I don't know how Wood like survived. Like, that knockdown was brutal. And then obviously Wood actually knocked him down, which was insane. Yeah. That's why I thought this might win fight today, but then I forgot that Delgado missed weight, which we should bring up as well. He missed weight by a pound, but still he missed weight. And he gave up 20% of his purse. I think it's his first weight miss. This was bad, you know. It's just a bad decision. I'll be honest, like you said, you're like by unanimous decision. I'm like, okay, he won. Yeah. I was shocked that all 3 scored it for Wood. Right? Were you a little shocked by that?
Yeah, it felt almost like they. The last time I think Wood fought Naimov, was it also in Abu Dhabi? Maybe they were like, this time we're giving it to it.
I feel like it's one of those fights where they thought the round was close, so they gave it to him. You know what I mean? They do that in some situations all the time.
What you always say, like the lazy scorecard after like it's 1-0 for them to go with 1-1 because it was close, maybe. Yeah. And then they scored the 3rd round. Yeah.
I liked Daniel Wood. I've liked him since he came to the UFC, and he's a fun fighter. But like the truth is, like he's winning all these fights by decision. So I don't know like where this gets him. Does it get him a ranked opponent? Maybe because he's won 6 of 7. But like you have to kind of finish fights too, dude. You know what I mean? You can't just win decisions all the time. For Delgado, I almost wonder if they're going to treat it like a win. I wonder, you know, with the matchmakers. Yeah. But he's still young enough that he could prove. Now, I will say, like, there's things about him in this fight that, you know, I think he got tired, you know, and that's concerning. But again, I thought he won the fight, and like, we really shouldn't be here talking about that. We should be like, wow, what another big win by Delgado in an exciting fight, because it was a good fight. I think it was like one of the only good fights in the card. All right, let's go back to the prelims. This fucking horrible dog shit fight between Hamdi Abdelwahab and Chris, the Chocolate Peppa Pig Barnett. So first round, Hamdi's dominating with the wrestling, and then he lands an illegal elbow in the back of the head. Mark Goddard's like, no, I told you not to. You hit him in the back of the head. Barnett's in serious pain. Bro, he should have taken the DQ.
Yeah, and you would have saved us from the rest of the fight. Yeah.
And we have to watch 50 minutes of the slop. Dude, he's going to get cut now, right? He's going to get cut. It was a bad fight. It was horrible. Chris Barnett shouldn't be in the UFC. He's not UFC level, dude. He is.
No, I agree.
He's a nice guy. I don't have an issue with him. This fight was horrible. If there's any fight where you should have taken a DQ, it's this one. Where the referee's like, dude, you hit him really hard in the back of the head. It's like, oh, I can't, doctor, I'm hurt. He's like, I want to see a medic. I was like, oh, he wants the DQ, he wants it.
He would have done everybody a favor, you know?
I think so too. Like Hamdi won, and you look at the stats, he like dominated this fight, but like I wasn't impressed, dude. Are you impressed at all with Hamdi Abdelwahab?
No. This fight pretty much went how I expected it. You know, Hamdi being very heavy on him. Man, did you saw somebody on Twitter said like, man, I'm watching fucking UFC, but I'm feeling like I'm watching 2 whales on National Geographic.
Some of the memes from this fight, and also like obviously his shorts fell off, Barnett's shorts. You saw his ass a few times. What did DC say? It's a full moon tonight. We got a full moon during the day. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
I enjoyed myself so much with the tweet. I tweeted,
you motherfucker, you bastard. Marcel, I put some tweets saying I seen Barnett's ass for too much for the day. Marcel goes, yeah, did you use your left hand for that tweet or something? Like, you motherfucker, dude. This guy, and I got all these people saying, you got owned, man. Marcel owned you. I'm like, you motherfucker. I'm going to get you back one day. Trust me, I'm going to get you back.
No problem.
I'm going to get you back, bitch. I thought it was funny, too, to be honest. I was laughing. But the comments are fucking gold, bro.
I love that you didn't reply to it. You're like, if I reply, more people see it, but still people are still liking it.
Do you think that they should have stopped this fight, though, at one point? Do you think they should have just been like TKO? What do you think?
Yeah, man, I think he would have done everybody a favor by doing it. You know what I mean? So this was like everything you don't want to see in a UFC heavyweight fight. I pretty much feel like, was it really good publicity for the heavyweight division? I feel, but okay.
Duke's asking if they re-signed him because it was his fourth fight. I mean, they probably will because heavyweight sucks. But here's the thing, and I think you mentioned this. This would be the perfect opportunity, Marcel, to have one of those fights you talked about on Contender Series where you have a guy in the UFC trying to stay in the UFC, and you have a guy, Jovan Leka versus Hamdi for a UFC contract, right? Perfect opportunity, right?
Yeah, sure, do it.
That's what I'm saying, but they're not going to do it. They're probably going to re-sign him, but like, dude, I mean, this guy is just brutal to watch, man. Like this, but again, Barnett is not UFC level, dude. Like he had his 50 minutes of fame, dude, with the backflip and the spinning kick. He's actually had 6 fights in the UFC. He's 2-4. Also, actually, the fight with Jay Collier too, where he was getting destroyed and came back and won, and then he started pouring the beer on him after the fight. Listen, he's a character. He's a character. Like I don't have a problem with him. Also, like, I know you like the coach when he's like, "Come on, man, think about your kids. You got kids to feed." Like, bro,
that comes the real true, dude. The real true.
I saw it. I saw it. Do you think he should have taken the DQ?
That would have been kind of a bitch move, but yeah, I think so.
Someone was saying, I don't know who it was. I saw a quote. You probably saw this in the last day or so. Someone was saying, who was it? They were saying the UFC frowns upon when you take the DQ or no contest. Yeah. Do they?
Yeah, pretty much.
But Cody Brundage gets a DQ or no contest every other fight.
But Cody Brundage is always ready when the UFC calls him.
Take short notice fights, yeah. Do you think that like Sean and Mick, they don't like it if like you take the easy way out, quote unquote?
It depends on who it is. Depends on what the relationship is between them and the fighter.
Sure.
It's single, you know.
I would take the DQ. Go get like SoundCloud would say, you got 2 checks, you got 4 kids at home or something. I mean, take your money and go home. Sad as it sounds, I think Barnett's getting cut, bro. All right, exactly. He's gonna get cut regardless. Take the 2 checks. He's right. He's fucking right.
Yeah.
All right. Huge upset here. 2 big upsets. We'll talk about them both. Mitch Raposo defeats Azu Maxim. Dude, I'm like shocked how this fight went. Like, Azat looked so good against Tajir. Like, I'm like, holy shit, we have a new prospect. And he gets fucking fraud checked by Mitch Raposo because this is a fraud check. Sorry, but it is.
So the funny thing is, like, I was talking to this cunt here next to me, and I was like, why didn't you put, like, Maxim in your confidence pool? Where is leading now, the pool, you know?
So I'm in first place because I didn't put him in it. Can you believe that? Guys, I had him and Anne-Marie in second and third behind Umar, obviously. I said, Marcel, the weight miss. That's why I muted him, because I'm like, dude, he came in at 129. I'm like, something about this fight is making me really nervous.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why I watch the weigh-ins till I make like my, before I send it to John.
I do as well.
Yeah, just because like the weight miss thing. If it was like half a pound, I'd be like, all right, whatever. You miscalculated. 3 pounds is weird. Was he injured? Like, I don't know. It's weird.
You know what it is, Adam? I was still like, and I told you that as well. Like, I think like the level of the 2 fighters are still so much in between.
I know. That we were wrong, right? We were wrong.
I was fucking wrong. You know, I mean, he looked really bad, and to even make it even worse, 30 seconds before the end of the fight, he grabbed the cage and he switched the position.
Oh yeah, he got a point taken, right? Didn't he?
But even without the point being taken, he would have lost.
Yeah. Good for Mitch though, right? Mitch, he saved his job. I would think he gets re-signed. I would think, right?
Or at least gets another fight. Yeah.
He did get taken down a bunch, but he got back up. He worked to the cage to get back up, and then he was laying the better strikes on the feet. This is a really bad loss for Azat. Is he with Ruby? Do you know Azat? Or
I saw this with Ruby. Yeah.
Is he getting cut, dude, or can Ruby get him another deal? What do you think?
Yeah, no idea. I really have no idea.
1-3 in the UFC, dude.
I don't know if maybe listen. He was 1-2, but he had a real good fight against Tagir last time. Maybe he got a new contract. I have no idea.
That's true. It's possible. That was a really good fight. I just like that fight a lot. I thought it was a good fight, good performance. It's just weird because again, split decision win over Tyson Nam, who I think Tyson Nam's a really good fighter. Person, I know he's older, but he's a good fighter.
No.
But then loses to Charles Johnson at the time. I was surprised. Charles is very good, so I don't think it's bad. And then Tajir's not a bad loss either, but then this fight, it's just a bad loss on paper.
It's a big stinker, in my opinion, this one. Yeah.
It is. Also, I didn't realize he's been in the UFC for 2.5 years. I didn't realize he's been in the UFC that long.
Yeah, he has pulled out of some fights, I think, before.
Oh, yeah, how about this, Marcel? When Rich was talking about the odds, he was pissed about the odds makers.
Yeah, okay. He was right, so it cannot...
And you know what? I'm looking... I can't... I'll be honest, I don't really remember a lot about this fight, but I'm just looking at the stats, and Nam outlanded him 2-1. I think I did score for Tyson Nam. Now looking back,
was a close fight. I remember
yeah,
that.
I can't remember though. It's been a couple years now, but that's not a great look too, to be honest with you. And then first fight of the night, go ahead if you want to finish.
I'm just happy we never seen Nam against Fan, because that would be very confusing in the octagon.
First fight of the night, huge upset too. Mizuki defeats Jacqueline Amarin. Yeah, I mean,
Adam woke up in the morning and he got heartbroken immediately.
Well, dude, I mean, like I told you, ever since she married that dude with the glasses in her corner, I've been kind of like down on her, and I should have faded her. I didn't think she'd lose this fight, and it was just a horrible performance, right? Don't you think?
The thing was, like, she only wanted to grapple with Mizuki, and Mizuki was just, the striking was better, and she was physically
and the better
stronger,
grappler too,
Yeah.
and the better grappler.
Yeah. So it was like only like in the first round, Jacqueline could do something,
Yeah.
But even Mizuki did very well. And the thing is, I think a lot of people, and as well, kind of forgot about Mizuki because she hasn't fought for a long time, and she's always been pretty good, So good win.
I don't think I would have ever picked her to lose, this fight based on the fact that the girl hadn't fought in 2+ years,
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think she's looked that impressive in the UFC, but looking back at it, probably a bit of a lazy analysis by us last week. I would think, we kind of we disregarded the opponent. I think that's fair to say. We're not going to get every pick right, but I think we kind of were just she's going to win easily, submit her. And looking back at it, I know True was actually one of the guys that was
true.
Yeah, I'll give him credit because he was
the only guy who picked him also in the confidence pool.
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna say I'll give him credit because a lot of times he'll message me yo, don't bet on this guy, he's gonna lose. And the guy goes and knocks him out, and he's like, oh, True, is that what you're saying? You're still talking shit? But in this case, he was right. So
yeah, he was right.
Also, I will say this too. Again, I watched the weigh-ins. I thought she looked big and strong at the weigh-in, Mizuki. I was like, okay. I'm like, I don't remember this girl. She looks good, and I also think she looked really good. Personally myself, but yeah, I mean, also just a huge upset back to back. Two huge upsets to kick off card. And funny enough, if Barnett had won 2 by DQ, would have 3 upsets to kick off the card. So look at a couple comments here, and then we'll Maxim kept me from $1,000. That sucks. Suzuki times time. I don't know why she takes the time off. Go ahead. Sorry.
And obviously we got 4 different picks, and we end up with the same score.
Yeah, Teresa, 60% of the time, right? I'm right every time. Yeah, Marcel and me we joke about this all the time. We're we always have we had this card. We had 4 different picks, and I'm like, Marcel, we're gonna end up with the same round picks. That's what we had 6 and 6. So just recapping it, we both went 6 and 6, which not great. But the truth is, I didn't see too many people have a great night. This was kind of a weird card with some weird results. Did I get 2 underdogs right? I think
you got Quillen, and you got
what was the other one? Oh, Volkov.
Yeah.
So I had picked 4, and I picked 5 underdogs because I got Virna wrong too, obviously, and then Rabeski and Rockich. Oh, Rocket. Well, yeah, he closes the favorite, but we picked him as a dog. So you got you got the other 2 fights right. So
I didn't get the underdog right this time.
You didn't, but again, it was a close fight. It wasn't like she got blown out. So again, 5 rounds. Looking back at it, I probably should have went with Dern, but it is what it is. Overall, not a great card. I actually I'll be honest, I had more fun talking about the card with you now than I did watching it. As sad as that sounds, I always look forward to our discussion, man.
And it happens way too often, actually.
I don't know what the problem is right now. It's I don't think it's washed, but I think there's obviously too many cards because there's just not enough talent for all these cards. And I will say at least Dana's we're sticking at 43 because someone asked him, I think, do you want to do 1 card a week and go to 50 plus? He's like, no, we're doing 43. Would you want that 52 cards a year? No,
go to 30 plus, please, not to 40 plus.
I think they could cut at least 3 cards. I think they could go to 40 cards.
They should do 3. Can they do 3 a month? So you have Roman
36, I think. Yeah. I've always said that you do 1 pay-per-view. I guess in this case, now it's not pay-per-view. 1 numbered event, they call it, right?
Yeah.
1 fight night.
Yeah.
And 1 Apex or another fight night or something like that. I think that makes sense. But again, they're never gonna do that. And truthfully, guys, they're gonna do more cards as the time goes on. Plus Contender Series, they've already did 10. Dana wants to do 20 Contender Series cards, which I know you're excited about. Do you do Contender for Eurosport? You do the play-by-play or no for Contender or
no, man? No.
I should tell your boss to make you do it. I should email your boss and be like, "Hi, I'm a fan of Marcel. Can you make him do this for Eurosport?" I should piss you off.
Last year and the year before, but I didn't do this year.
What would you think about Side Collectible said a midweek card? They used to do some cards on Wednesday nights. I don't know if you remember that. It was a while ago. But like I remember like Glover Teixeira fought Ryan Bader once. It was like a Wednesday night card.
Yeah, and also like Frank Mir against Todd Duffy, I think. But,
yeah, that was like a Wednesday night card, right? I think or something.
Maynard against Diaz, Struve against Nelson.
That was like 2014, I want to say. There was also a few times where they did 2 cards in one day. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
they did one in Germany, I think. It was like Munoz versus Musasi. And then the same night they did Stipe Miocic versus Fabio Maldonado in Brazil. The same card, same night. I don't like that. That's too much for me, dude.
Musasi against Hall, I think, and another one. Yeah, that was in Brazil, the second one.
Yeah,
but that's also too much in my opinion. Listen, I prefer like just weekends, not really like on the Wednesday or Tuesday.
Especially as a dad now, like the weeknights I have to go to bed earlier because my kid has to get up early for school. So I get it. I don't hate it, but
I also do.
I would think like maybe there's a way to do like a smaller card, maybe not 13 fights, do like 6 fights instead.
Remember they did like on the Thursday the Ultimate Fighter, on the Friday the fight, and on the International Fight Week they did the pay-per-view on the Saturday.
I was gonna say that's another one. I wouldn't mind a Friday night card actually. Now that I think about it, that would be okay. I'd be okay with like a Friday night fight night because I remember they did like Tony Ferguson versus, or no, it was Rafael dos Anjos versus Eddie Alvarez. They did Friday night, and then Saturday did the.
That was part of the International Fight Week, right?
Yeah, but I'm okay with that, though. I think it'd be good. So, what's up, Dan? Glad to have you here, brother. Half the battle. Give him a follow on YouTube. Dan's got a great podcast. Appreciate that, man. Thanks, dude. Dan, we were just talking about how shit this card was, dude. I know you didn't like it either. Although I know you love the sport, Dan, but it wasn't a great card. A couple other comments.
I think Dan was talking also crap about the Hamdi.
It wasn't good, dude.
Yeah.
It wasn't good, man. It wasn't good at all. A few people talking about other fights like Victor Hugo or Guram got it. I didn't see that. Guram beat Victor Hugo.
Oh, and ACA, yeah.
What weight class is that? What weight class? Lightweight?
Lightweight, I think, yeah.
Yeah. Good for Guram. I mean, I guess they could bring him back, right?
Yeah, good for Conor Burks, man,
Yeah, I know. This is a good question. If you were the UAE, so Abu Dhabi people, are you happy with this event?
Umar won.
Maybe they're happy with that, but like I think on paper they were happy with it, but it didn't turn out good,
Not true, but I mean, if it was, I don't know if it did it sold out. I mean,
maybe did he mention? I can't remember. I'll be honest. I don't really pay attention to the number when he does the attendance.
They always just like. I don't give a shit, to be really honest.
I would read Aaron's tweet. Aaron tweets it out. He was like attendance and then live gate, and then usually it's like they set a record for like a fight night. They set a record for Abu Dhabi or whatever. I'll kind of look at that, but like I'm more concerned about the bonuses. I just wait for the bonus. I know you too. I always message you too. I'm like, yo, what were the bonuses? Because like usually after the card ends, I'll like run out and do something else because I don't want to just like stare at the TV anymore. But I know you are because you're getting ready to watch your.
Umar keep rambling, dude. Umar kept talking. I was like, dude, come on.
Bro, I didn't want to hear it. I was like, fuck this shit. So, anyways, all right. I think we're good for this. Okay, guys. So we'll do the preview for UFC Vegas 110. 110, Marcel. When I was writing it, I was like, damn, we've got here already. So
yeah.
Let's go do the preview. We'll get out of here. We'll do like half an hour. We'll get out here at 9:30 tonight. I think that'd be great. So, last comment here. All the records are just them continuing. Up the cost of tickets while selling same number of seats. You're not wrong. I mean, these venues only have so many seats. Usually they have about 20,000 seats. So you're not wrong about that. The truth is, like, I will say, like, the money's going up, but the truth is, like, the inflation also for the money now compared to before, you have to take that into account too sometimes, So it might actually end up being like the same value of money, even though it seems like it's more. If you know that, you know what I'm saying, Marcel?
So, no, I'm a retard.
I know you are. So, yeah. All right, let's get out of here. We'll do the preview, guys. Give me about 2 minutes. I'll put